How's your week been anyway? Been alright? I hope so. Yeah, I do use Google Earth a lot. Find it very handy in finding these little pot spots that you never realised existed. This one isn't too far away from a river, so maybe I'll get to have a look, maybe not. I'll work my way through and see where I can turn up. Seems to thin out over in that direction, so I might head that way. I love doing this. Been thinking about it all week. Something to look forward to. There's a little bit of road noise, but as I work my way in, that should get less and less. This little woodland is absolutely full of badger sets. I've never seen so many. I'll show you a few more. Absolutely everywhere. See? Right, okay, so now all I've got to do is find a suitable spot in here. I don't think there'll be any work going on in here today. It's very unlikely, but you never know. I'll find somewhere and set up accordingly. I'd like to put the hammock up because it's been a while since I had the hammock up. But I can't, beggars can't be choosers, can they? So my decision is, shall I head towards the more dense woodland at the back or the more open towards the front here? It's all great fun, love it. I'll get back to you when I found somewhere suitable. Just come across this at the back here. That looks promising in there. So what I'll do is I'll get over that way. It's supposed to be like a bit of a river down here somewhere. Proceeded to make my way towards that darker woodland. And yeah, like I said, the river's here. And it's dividing it. There's no way I can get across that lot into there. So I just keep on looking. I'll find somewhere eventually. That's a shame really, because it looks good in there. And as always, you got your chicken wire fencing all the way across. I don't know whether you can tell on camera, but it's there alright. But we won't let that stop us, will we, anyway? Never has done before. What I will do is I've decided what I'm going to try and do is set up along this riverbank somewhere, if I can. I'll try and find a suitable spot. I'll just walk my way along. I've got to keep my voice down and see if I can find somewhere that I can get close enough. Right. Found the ideal location, well chuffed. Go in this tree here, I'm going to use that. I'm going to put the hammock up, and that one here, and it's right next to the river. Cracking spot, really chuffed. So I'm going to put the hammock up obviously, and see how it goes on. All set up now, down by the river. I'm with the DD camping hammock and DD 3x3 top, ground sheet. There are people about in this woodland over here. You can see right through. It's only really narrow. I can see people walking across. I presume they must live over the back here, but I don't know. Just got to keep myself quiet and be as stealthy as I can. So that's everything set up, more or less. I've dropped this side of the top down because there's a bit of a draft blowing through that way. Not too bad, but That's the wind direction anyway, it's coming in. Not too fussy. Loving it. Prime it a little bit, put some fuel around it. Fast forward things a bit with it, so I gave it a good clean, that Trangia. I've had it a good few years, so got the old scouring pad on it. So it might struggle to bloom, being that I've done that, I don't know. I'll give it a couple of minutes and it should be okay. That's blooming well now. So thank you very much to all the new subscribers and my existing subscribers. It's very kind of you. It's very much appreciated, and I'll always return, and I'll sub you back just to say thank you very much. Cheers. While I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I came across this nice poem on the internet, and I thought it'd be nice to share it with you. I enjoy strolling along the narrow path as it meanders through the forest. It generates a feeling of relaxation and puts my troubled mind to rest. The forest is peaceful and quiet. I appreciate its immense cover of shade, and I feel focused and comfortable in this sanctuary nature has made. I feel a sense of enchantment in the cool, refreshing air as I seek the hidden secrets that the forest had to bear. I hear the strange sounds of the forest as I quietly make my way and stop to observe the wonders nature unfolds for me this day. I enjoy strolling along the narrow path. It brings a welcome peace of mind to me. I thank the forces of nature for this moment of soothing serenity. By Joseph T. Rinaldi. It's done. Can't beat a lovely cup of tea, can you? I don't say brew where I come from. I say brew, you mean You got gas, you're brewing. Just right. Nice and strong cup of tea. There. Cuppa. A cuppa. Cheers everyone. Oh, you can't beat a lovely cup of tea, can you? The forecast, like this morning, was about, what was it, the temperature? It was about 8 degrees. I'd say it's about the same now, it's not much warmer. So it's nowhere near as cold as it has been. There's no, well, very slim chances of any rain. So 3x3 tarps more than adequate. So, you know, I've got enough coverage. The walking here is alright, it's not far off the road itself. Got to get past a couple of farmers' fields, and then like walk down the edge of a field itself, and then get over some chicken wire fencing, and basically from there on you're on badger sets. So I've never seen so many as that. The place is absolutely overrun with them, and you can tell they've been like fresh digging as well, because like the soil here is like practically sand, and you'll tell from some of the photographs that I've taken. You'll see like the sand that's all kicked up everywhere. They've been doing a fair amount of work in here, from what I can tell anyway. Plenty of tree felling, and as we saw when I walked in here originally, they've been replanting as well. That's always nice to see, isn't it? I hate going into a woodland and all you see is just like stacked trees, and they've cut down and they haven't replaced anything. It's never a good thing, not for me anyway. It's really peaceful here. You do get, over there's some path or something or other. I didn't notice it on Google Earth when I looked, but I think the pictures were taken originally in the summertime, and everything's far more overgrown, and you can't see any like small little trails or anything like that, can you? So I was it's really just a recce to come round to find another spot and somewhere else, somewhere different. You've always got to be looking, haven't you? It's no good like sticking to the same old places. It can get a bit boring if you stick to the same places, can't it? I think so anyway. I like the challenge of like setting out and trying to tuck away somewhere. Well, that's good, that is. Ooh. Thank you very much for all the subs, to all my new subscribers and the existing ones. It's very kind of you. I always said, like, you know, I don't do this for the subs or anything else, but it's still nice to think that people enjoy watching your videos and they give you a sub, and I'll always sub back even if they haven't got any video content, because you never know what they've got planned for the future, and they could be uploading. So I'll always return a sub back. And oh yeah, also thank you very much. Cheers for the comments. It's really nice. Some more awesome people out there. I can hear some work going on in the distance. Doesn't sound like a chainsaw. I don't know what it is as such. It almost sounds like a lawnmower, but people ain't going to be out mowing the lawn this time of year, are they? I thought it'd be like spring. Well, you never know, do you? No weirder than folk, is there? I wasn't going back to where I'm at. I wasn't expecting to get this close to the river at all. It's been quite tricky to set up the hammock. Quite tight, but got it eventually. Bit of faffing around, but it's worth it in the end, isn't it? Once you've got your shelter up and you know it's secure, and you know it's not going to blow away anywhere, and if there was a proper downpour, you know that you're going to be nice and dry. and sheltered from the wind, then yeah, it's happy days. It's all worth the effort, isn't it? It's no good rushing and putting stuff up, throwing stuff up, and then getting caught out. There's nothing worse. That's enough to put you off doing this, I'd imagine. You know, yeah, sling the tar, like put the ridge line up and loose, and don't tie it up properly, and throw the tarp up, and don't lash things down properly, and then all of a sudden you're caught out by rough weather and everything goes tits up. It's no good, is it? You may as well take your time. And obviously this isn't going to be as peaceful as what the forest is, one of the forests that I go to, because that's a fair trek into that. So there is going to be some noise pollution from people and traffic, a bit of road noise, very slight. It's not too bad. Shame the ducks haven't come back. I wanted to get them on film, but they were about on the river as I was putting up the ridge line and that. I was busy. I was putting it up and walking around the place. I think I scared them. All of a sudden it's like wah, 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 and they were off. I made a right row. But other than that, I haven't really seen anything. The river's not very fast flowing either. It'd have been nice to have got over here, got across to that pine woodland across the river, but there's no real access there. And there were some people earlier on, so it's only very narrow. I didn't realise originally how narrow that woodland is. If I'd have set up in there, I'd have probably been seen. The chances are I would have been. I've got some boiled eggs to do for my dinner today, just something quick. What I'll do is I'm going to put them in the kettle, with my stainless steel kettle, the GSI kettle, and I'm going to have another couple of cups of tea, and that's more than adequate to hard boil them. So I'll do myself a couple of more cups of tea and have hard boiled eggs cooking at the same time. And one, careful, and one. Alright. Has that gone out? No, it's still lit. Let's help it bloom a bit. Say the temperatures, it is pretty cold, but it's not that bad. I think me cleaning it might have affected it. The transier. It did need doing. That's it, that's picked it back up. I'll stick that on. Yeah, there's the main path along there, right over there in the distance. I'm not sure. I think there's a slim possibility that I might be seeing. I'll tell you what, let's go over there, over that way a little bit, and see how visible camp is. It'll be interesting to find out. Excuse the shaky camera. It's excellent being out, isn't it? I love it. Can't get enough of nature. Get away from everything. If there's any wind noise on the camera, I apologise. Yeah, motorbikes in the distance. Well, I'm pretty far out now. I'm close to that path. Let's have a turn round and see what we can see. There's the tarp itself. I think that's pretty well camouflaged. I mean, there's chances of me being seen are next to none. Yeah, I'm happy with that. The only slight giveaway is the edge of the tarp, but that's nothing. That could be like see, like you got an edge there to that fallen tree, so there are straight edges, so it could be just like somebody could look across and just think that that's a fallen tree, not the edge of a tarpaulin. We're a bit closer now. In fact, we're right on top of camp. See what you think. It's far more visible, isn't it? I mean, back over there by the pathway, by the trail. We weren't on the trail. It was quite a way off. It was quite a struggle to pick out the top. I think anybody walking past, they wouldn't know that I was set up there lying in my hammock, having cups of tea and boiled eggs. But there, see, even now, if you weren't looking, if you didn't know and you were just walking through here, there's a possibility that you're still going to get missed. You won't be seen. Good top, really. The DD MC multicam, not bad. Always thought about buying the Coyote Brown, but no, I think I'll stick with a multicam. To be honest with you, when you're back from a distance, it looks a brown colour anyway, with all the fine camo, the multicam blended together. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I've noticed, there's the river. I've noticed there's a car park or something over there in the distance. I can see like the reflection of a car roof or windscreen, but there's something there. That'd explain all the noise that I heard on and off. I'll have to try and get over there sometime and have a look what's there. Okay. Oh my god, it's a mess. Boiling a while now. Not quite 4 minutes to do my eggs, but yeah. So look, oh, they're doing nicely in there. I did clean them beforehand, so I'm not going to be eating any chicken poop. But yeah, I think I'll leave it. I'll give it another, say, 3 minutes. Make sure they're proper hard boiled. Yeah. Right, I'll pour myself a cup of tea. Nice big cup of tea like that. Snuff that out. And while that's steeping, I can get my eggs out, can't I? I'll put them in the lid. Like that. Like that. Lovely. I've still got some water left over for another drink afterwards. Do my cuppa. Do like strong tea. Oops, careful. Where's my milk? Oh, that's still red hot. Perfect. Cheers, everyone. The eggs could do with a little bit of salt, but very nice nonetheless. But I haven't been disturbed in any way. Not even had any dogs wander into camp, which is most unusual. Sometimes I even get that in the forest. We saw how close Excuse me. You saw how close that was to how close I am to the path, really. And I've had no trouble. Nobody nosing round. No dogs. Only the ducks first thing this morning, and it's a shame they haven't returned. Saying that, duck eggs are nice, aren't they? I never really bother with butane, propane, gas canister stoves. I got one. I just never really took to it, to be honest with you. I like my good old meths burners, liquid fuels. That's me all packed up. That's where I was. Tidy, no rubbish. Never know I've been there. Well, that turned out to be great fun. What was going to be a recce turned out to be a bit of a camp as well, wild camp, stealth wild camp. Nice spot by the river too. Very relaxing. Nice little woodland. Just need to check out what's going on across the other side of the river. What properties are there? See if I can find out. And the places, if that's okay, I'll do an overnighter in here very soon. Yeah, all's good. Great day all in all. Just working my way out now, and I'll say ta-ra till the next time. So it's Black Country Woodsman over and out.